Welcome back to the So Far So Good podcast. My name is Christopher Coombs, and in front of me we have
Gaurav Khazanchi. Welcome back, everybody, to the So Far, a very special So Far So Good podcast episode.
This episode has a lot to unpack, and
Yes.
a lot of things, a few things that you have all been waiting very, very patiently for,
Yes.
because they've been drawn out way too long.
Yep,
But
exactly
things
right.
that needed to be done by the end of the year have been done, will be announced, will be discussed, but we will discuss after the intro.
Exactly right. And our traditional other stuff after the intro. So without further ado in Chris's words, let's kick it off with the introductory questions.
I'm looking at Gaurav, and he looks like a little baby right now.
I am as giddy as a schoolboy, waiting to just... You'll see. I'm very excited.
He's got a fade on the side of his hair, but he hasn't trimmed the top, so it's like fully slicked back, and the headphones are holding it fully slicked back, and he just looks like a little baby. Surprisingly, with the massive beard, he still looks like a baby.
Yeah, it's that baby face. It's that baby face thing. You know those photos where people have a massive beard and then they show the after of shaving, and no matter what, it's straight up baby face. I feel like that might be me. Except what I always say is my eyebrows make up for the lost facial hair when I shave.
Yes.
Because I feel like when I clean shave, the only thing you can see on my face is my eyebrows because they're quite thick. I have thick eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I say. That's why I don't really clean shave or it's just an illusion because I usually always have some stubble. And when I shave it, all I see is my eyebrows.
At the end of the day, the man is thick in all aspects. Beyond measure. But we'll kick it off with our introductory questions, and I might go first because mine is just an overall question
Okay.
for the season.
Yep.
Now, as Gaurav likes to say, 'tis the season.
'Tis definitely the season. Apostrophe TIS, the season.
As we know, Christmas is coming up, and it's been a bit of a wacko jacko of a year.
Yep.
So my question to you is an overall. You can talk as much in depth as you want with your answer, but to you, does it feel like Christmas time?
It's a good question. It's a good question. I feel like every year leading up to Christmas, maybe not everyone, but I feel like a lot of people have that feeling at least one point saying, man, it doesn't really feel like Christmas. But then something happens, and I feel like every year it's different. I don't know, sometimes it's when you start Christmas shopping, or when you set up the Christmas tree, or when you start listening to carols, or when you start seeing lights on houses. Then you're like, okay, now it feels like Christmas. It's something, something just hits you and you're like, yeah, it feels like Christmas.
Yeah, or it could be your first event with friends where you get your first gift.
Yeah, exactly. Or your first Christmas-themed event, your work, Christmas party. There's so many factors.
Exactly. And later today, our first day of recording, is my first Christmas event. I don't know if it's yours.
Yes.
But it's my first official Christmas event.
Yeah, look.
Surprisingly.
Technically, it'll probably be my second.
Yeah, he's a popular and busy man. As we know, he's the busiest man in the midst of a pandemic.
The pandemic is over.
It's still going.
I've been busy after the pandemic.
Nah, it's still going.
Well, in Melbourne itself, it's heavily eased.
Yeah. But either way, it's a fact.
Now, to answer the question properly, for me, yes, right now, it does feel like Christmas. Before, earlier December, I didn't feel it. I feel like because December just came up so fast. But then I feel like it was when we set up the tree and I went to the actual shops for Christmas shopping. And then every shop was playing carols and, it's busy and Christmas themes everywhere. I think that's what I was like, yeah, it feels like Christmas.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the thing. I should probably start my Christmas shopping.
And last episode, here you were talking about all being prepared. And here I am done with my Christmas shopping.
See, that's the thing is I like to, give tips to people and help people out. I may not do it myself, but, say this is what you should be doing.
You got to practice what you preach.
Well, I mean, look, the last few months of my life have been absolute chaos.
It's true. I think for about 6 months now, you've been saying that at least once every episode, which is okay. It's fine. It is what it is.
Literally this year, every single aspect of my life has changed.
It's true.
Every aspect.
He cut his hair. That's pretty much it, really.
No. Every aspect you can think of has changed.
It's true. It's true. He's not wrong.
So, it's chaos. But let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay, with me also a Christmas-themed question, and it's a bit simpler. Have you ever tried eggnog?
I actually don't. Oh, I feel like maybe once.
Okay.
It tastes nice, right?
I've never tried it.
Oh, well, there you go. I think I've tried it
Tastes
once.
Nice, right? You know what we should have done? We should have had some eggnog ready for what are we drinking?
Well, maybe we can.
I don't think we can. It's something that I've always thought about trying every Christmas, and I've never gotten around to it. And I was talking to a few people about this. I need to try eggnog. I know there's egg in it, and possibly milk. I think sometimes brandy. I could be completely wrong, but yeah.
There's nog in it. Look, maybe we should organise a time. Maybe even next episode, if we can record before Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Even though the release will be after Christmas Day.
Yeah.
The release will be the day after, I think.
Is Christmas Day on a Sunday?
No. What am I talking about? The release will be the 28th of December.
Oh, that's not fun.
But that's okay. It'll
be Christmas/New Year's themed, I guess.
Yep. All right. Well, sounds good.
Okay.
We'll do it. We'll try it on the next episode.
100%.
So that's a bit of a spoiler.
But yeah.
That'll be what we'll be drinking.
I know we hate spoilers, but last week Chris loved spoilers.
Yeah, well, I've become that person, so I can't get any worse.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay, well, yeah, there's the eggnog story.
Yeah, well, without further ado, shortest intro of all time. Let's get into it.
So far, so good.
Welcome back once again. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the So Far So Good podcast. As usual, it's an average day in Melbourne.
I was wondering what you were going to say. He just looked out the window, gave it a thought. Imagine Chris was a meteorologist or the weatherman, you know? Yeah, it's average. Yeah, it's nice. That's all you're going to get.
Yeah, because it's either good, average, or bad. Like, that's life. That is literally life.
Philosophize, Chris.
Like, whatever you do, however you feel, it's either good, bad, or average. Simples.
Pretty much. It is what it is in a nutshell. In a nutshell, you can say it is what it is. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Now, moving on, as you all know, this is the big announcement episode. 2 big announcements / follow-ups that are from, well, years. They've been dragged on for years.
Yes, and you'll see the common denominator here is Chris.
Is it?
So, yeah, it's all because of you. Both these things, it's because of you it's been delayed. There's no one else's fault.
All right, I'll give it to you. But
fair enough.
Before we do so, we will move on to the segment called...
What are we drinking?
Now, just before we grab the drinks out of the ice-cold fridge, my second bar fridge, actually.
Yep.
Gaurav proceeded to shake the drink.
Yeah, I looked at the bottom. Okay, look, spoiler alert, but it's a milk-based drink today. Okay, so generally, you know when you buy chocolate milk or something, they say shake well. So I looked at the bottom of this, because it is a glass bottle, you can completely see through it. There was a bit of sediment, so I did vigorously shake the bottles so that it was well-balanced.
And what did you call the stuff that you shook, Gaurav?
I call it
What
sediment.
did you call it?
I called it sediment.
No, you didn't.
What did I call it?
I said, did you already shake my drink? And Gaurav proceeded to say, yeah, there was a bit of sedimentation.
Yeah, I like
sedimentation is not a word.
I like to, throw in, extra syllables at the end of words sometimes.
Yeah, but if you want to be good at grammar, which you always try to be.
Says you, the guy who says topical, but doesn't. He knows the actual meaning of topical, but he uses it completely wrong almost every day of his life.
Okay, sorry. I'll reframe what I said earlier.
Okay.
Sedimentation is a word.
I know.
But it wasn't used correctly.
I know
Because it's
that.
the process of sedimenting.
Yes, I know that. It's like when sometimes I say, it went very goodly. Goodly is not a word, but it's just, the extra syllable adds a bit more oomph,
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's a false oomph.
Yeah, but it doesn't
You know,
have to be
it's
real.
fake.
It's not fake.
It's a fake oomph.
It's not fake. It's just. It's not fake. It's just not.
It's fake.
It's not fake. No, it would be fake if no one enjoyed hearing it. If I said
But
goodly,
they literally don't.
no.
That's
no,
the
no.
issue.
If I did a survey of 100 people and said goodly, I reckon.
Okay, Family Feud.
I knew. I was thinking the same thing. Okay. Back to our drinks. Chris, do you want to give us a good description of what our drink is today?
I'll give it a crack. The brand is Vamino. Vamino. Now that I believe is Thai
Yes.
for tea. So
No, it's the brand name.
okay, now what it is, it's a Thai tea. It's a Thai tea soy milk. It's 300 ml in a glass bottle. Now, if I have a bit more of investigation, the ingredients are water, whole soybean sugar, palm oil, black tea powder, and a whole bunch of crap that no one's ever heard of. Now, Gaurav's taking a professional photo. It's not the best looking.
It's definitely not the best looking
Pose.
photo, but it's just so that
Give us a look at that photo.
yeah, it could be better.
It's but as usual, it looks like dull chocolate milk.
Yeah, but so yeah, it is. It's a glass bottle. It's milk. I feel like we were both a bit nervous to try this one.
Oh my god, is it actually soy milk?
It's Thai. It's Thai soy milk tea.
Dude, I have to tell you a story before we go anywhere from here.
Okay,
So you know when you get a coffee,
here we go.
okay, let's say you're making an instant coffee at home.
Okay.
The general person, I would say, would put coffee and then a whole bunch of water and then like just a little bit of milk.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So there was a stage where I was just having like a little bit of soy milk.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, sweet. It's like better for you and I can't even taste the difference.
Okay.
Now that's because I was putting just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that at the time. Then I proceeded. I can't believe I did this. I proceeded to order an iced latte from a cafe with soy milk. Now keep in mind, when you have a latte, it's I guess majority milk, really,
Yeah. I think it's half,
or like
half.
50% milk.
Yeah.
Now this was an iced latte, so iced lattes, you kind of I guess need to have an acquired taste for it, which I do have.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
It was a hot day,
Yeah.
and then I took one sip of it, and man, it was the worst thing I've ever drank.
And you've drunk snake and cobra venom before.
Yep. And I would drink sewerage.
You've made that very clear. I don't know how this has become a thing. No one wants it. It's definitely not as bad as sewage.
And then, okay, continuing the story, I had to do the unthinkable, which is the thing that I probably hate to do more than anything else.
Oh my god, hold on. I think I know what it is. Should we 3, 2, 1 it? It's been a while.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like we're not going to.
Can you reduce it into 3 words?
Yes.
3 simple words, okay?
Yep. All right. 3, 2, 1. Threw it out.
Yes! I knew it. And I'm so ashamed of you.
I should probably give a bit of a backstory as to why I hate throwing food out. In year 11 in high school, we studied the Holocaust.
Yep.
And we went to the Holocaust Museum.
Yep.
And there were people there, like old as people, that were actually in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And they broke free.
Actual survivors.
Or whatever, survived, yeah.
Yeah.
And all they said was once they got out, all they wanted to do was eat.
Yeah.
Because they were just starved. All they ate was like a piece of bread for the whole day. So
Yeah.
all they wanted to do was eat. And now whenever they go to a restaurant or something like that, they see all the wasted food and they just like have PTSD from it.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, for some reason I still remember that to this day.
Yeah.
And I hate throwing out food. No matter how sick it makes me,
Yeah.
I eat, you know how much, I'll be full and I'll be like, nah, I have to finish it. I have to.
Dude,
And
we're both the
it's
same
like
here. We both hate wasting food. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even at a restaurant or whatever, if I'm like absolutely full and someone else can't eat their food, I eat it for them and I almost, explode. But
Damn.
in this scenario, I cannot tell you how bad this tasted. Now, that's making me very worried to drink this.
Okay, yes.
twice.
Back to the drink. It's like it's a nice color if you look at the color itself. It looks very milky.
It looks like a chai something.
Well, it is chai is tea, so it is milk. It is milk tea.
Yes, I know, but I mean, it looks like chai is the flavoring that makes the color. Tea itself is just tea.
Tea
could be any color.
Chai is the Hindi word for tea.
So
So when people say chai tea, they're saying tea.
Are you joking?
It's like when people say naan bread, they're saying bread.
Yeah, that's like, because this is Vamino tea.
Yeah.
It's Thai for tea, so you're saying tea.
Vamino is not Thai for tea. He's just made up his own story again. Okay, so I reckon we get straight into it.
Let me just check the meaning of Vamino. If I'm right here, you owe me
I'll tell you why you're wrong, because I've had Vamino branded normal soy milk.
Yeah, exactly. And it was
It was literally plain soy milk with sugar.
Amino meaning. Here we go.
Amino or Vamino?
Vamino is not coming up at all.
Yeah, dude, it's just a name. It's a name. It doesn't have to have a meaning.
Where did I hear that then?
Vamino. You might be thinking of amino acids.
No, but where did I hear that Vamino was the Thai word for tea?
Yourself. You said it yourself. You talk so much nonsense. Okay, we need to open this bottle. Okay.
All right, let's 3, 2, 1 it. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay, yeah, good crackle.
Not bad. Oh, and it's got that top where you flick it.
Yeah.
And we can play that game.
The flicking game. Yeah. All right, cheers.
All right, cheers it up. Top, bottom, middle. Yeah, the boys.
All right.
Okay, it's not bad, but I can taste that like sense of disgusting soy milkness.
There is a soy flavor.
It's like it comes after.
Yeah, you instantly you'll know it's soy milk.
Really? I thought to start with,
Yeah.
it's like sweet milk, and then the flavor hits, and then it goes soy.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But I meant like when you drink it, you know it's soy milk. Like after
Oh yeah.
You know it's soy milk?
After you've swallowed, bang, it's
Bang,
soy.
it's soy milk. It's not like it's surprisingly it doesn't feel so sticky. You know what I mean? You only have like a bottled iced coffee, it feels sticky.
Yeah.
So this is like it's sweet, but it doesn't taste over sweet, and there's some good hints of tea in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Overall, it's a good drink.
Overall, it's not bad, but I just don't understand why they're selling it as if people want soy milk. Because who the hell in their right mind chooses soy milk?
No.
Unless
Yeah.
diabetically they have to.
Look,
Wait, diabetically? Is that a word?
no, I think I mean lactose intolerantly.
Like according to their diet.
Oh,
That's what I'm trying to say.
You said diabetically. I thought I didn't know something about diabetes. No, yes.
Dietally.
Yes, dietally. See, you're adding lees on the end of those now. I told you, man.
Yeah, bro, it gives that oomph, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree. Except people might not be happy about it.
Exactly.
I'm saying you're
I 100% agree with that.
Okay, look, I was. This is better than I expected. I was a bit nervous to try it.
Look, it is better than I expected as well, but it's still not great.
I think you are quite scarred from your soy milk experience.
Oh, man. Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't even sleep that night knowing that I threw it out. But I couldn't, man.
Yeah.
I had about a quarter of it, and I was like, nah, I feel like throwing up. It was that bad.
Yeah. Look, fair enough.
So, FYI, never get soy milk if it's going to be the majority of your drink.
Yeah. Look, understandable. Completely fair enough. But I would recommend this. If I saw this in a restaurant and someone wanted to try something different, I would say you should try Vamino Thai tea.
Absolutely not.
No, it's good.
Absolutely not.
I feel like we have to give 2 different ratings for this one then. I feel like your rating is going to be significantly
Well,
lower
what
than mine.
we've done, I guess, we haven't said on the podcast, but we've kind of rated it in between the two of us.
Yeah,
so
we sort
it
of
has to
averaged
be
it
a
out.
grouped. It has to be a grouped rating. So
Okay, what are you giving this?
I'm gonna give me another sip. Do you know what you're giving it?
I think I know what I'm going to give it.
All right. Well, you say yours as I do one last sip.
All right. I think we'll say it at the same time, so we're not influenced by each other's decision.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, 7.
4.
I knew you were going to give it a 4, man. should have overcompensated to balance out the average score.
You can't do that.
No,
you have
no,
to
I
give
know,
a true
I know.
score.
I'm happy with the 7.
So
but-
mathematically, this is what you do. 4 plus 7 equals, divided by 2, 5.5 is the average rating.
Okay, look, fair enough. It is still above average, technically. Because 5
I
is
shouldn't
average.
have even given it a 4. It's actually not good, man.
Come on, man.
It's not good.
It is actually, it's
like,
nice.
no offense to Vimino, but
No,
it's not good.
Okay, if you guys like soy milk or Thai tea, I think this is a great drink for it. I think this is a good option. I'm like more than happy to finish yours if you can't finish it.
Well, I was going to say, just for the podcast, I will actually continue drinking this throughout the episode and finish it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for So Far So Good.
I am part of So Far So Good.
No,
Whether
no,
I'm a
no.
listener or a host, I'm part of So Far So Good. What do you mean? Okay, no, good stuff. Good. I'm happy we did something different, and that's what we try to do with What Are We Drinking? We try to
Oh,
get
well,
some...
exactly, because we want you to try new things.
Yeah.
And look, even if the average rating is only 5.5, we're not saying don't try it.
Yeah.
Because you may like it. You listening may have Gaurav-style taste buds
Yep.
and like it.
I think most people will like this drink.
I don't think so.
If you've had soy milk before and you don't mind, you will like this drink. I think this makes the soy milk better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Let's-
happy with my rating as a 4.
Yeah, look, that's okay. I'm happy that it's above average all up. But let's move on. This has extended beyond our intentions.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Now we've got our first massive announcement that we're making, which we promised to you last episode. Chris, what is it?
The tattoo
You
announcement.
sounded so unsure. It is a tattoo.
No, because I knew there was 2, but then I wasn't really listening to you. So I was like, oh, what did he actually... Oh, he mentioned last week, and that was definitely about the tattoo.
So yes, the tattoo update. It's finalized. We're not going to drag it out. We're just going to tell you straight up where it is.
Are we?
Yeah.
That's not our style.
Well, we've talked about the tattoo for so long. I reckon people are sick of hearing it.
All right, well, as you will remember, there was many options.
There was many
There was
options.
ankle options, bicep options. Blech.
Wow.
There was the tramp stamp, which got a lot of votes, but even Gaurav admitted to me personally and also on air that he couldn't allow that to happen.
No, I don't want to ruin his life. I just wanted him to get
It's
this.
not going to ruin my life.
It would ruin your life completely. Because
As I said, I would have done it because it's funny, but I guess it's probably not going to be funny after the first time you look at it.
No.
It's just going to be like, what did you do with your life,
it would
bro?
also ruin my life because people would be like, "Are you friends with that guy with the tramp stamp?"
Yeah, and also, did you make him do this? And then you'll be that guy.
No, I didn't make you do anything. This
Yeah,
is
you
of
would've.
your own accord.
You created the tramp stamp option.
Yeah, and then if the people voted, you can't say, "Yo, this whatever." Forget.
So
it.
you're blaming the people.
I'm not blaming the people.
I thought you were one for the people.
I'm for the people.
What
This-
happened?
I said I'm blaming you. I literally said this is your own doing. This is your fault. Okay. Now,
All right,
today we made sure we came to a proper conclusion.
And we probably discussed this for about an hour before we recorded.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
keep in mind that we took this extremely seriously.
very seriously. And that's just before we recorded. We've been talking about this, throughout the week too. So
For months,
It's
like-
a very, very serious decision. And the final 2 options, which I'm going to say, and I appreciate Chris's thoughts on this. The final 2 options were, of course, the Chris's favorite finger idea, and then the new one that popped up was somewhere on his butt, which I was very all for. Chris was also all for it.
All right. Well, what we'll do, we'll announce what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll say why.
Okay.
Because we've been keeping people in suspense long enough.
Okay.
All right. So let's have a drum roll.
Yep. Ready?
Bada, 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 bada. Drum roll. And
roll.
the tattoo I will be getting is...
On his finger. I know.
Yes, sir.
I know.
Let's go.
But I thought about it heavily. I was for the butt, but I thought about it heavily, and for the shape that it is, and for my budget, which I do not want to go over, it's
Which
perfect.
is technically my money.
It's not your money. It's you've. Well, actually, it is your money. I haven't spent it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And ingeniously enough,
it's not ingenious.
It will.
You keep saying this. You keep saying this. Okay, so it's going to be on his finger, on the outside, so it doesn't look like it's a mustache tattoo. It's going to be larger than a mustache tattoo. Now, tell us your reasons why you chose to opt out for the butt.
I honestly said to Gaurav, I am happy to do either of those two options.
Yeah.
But we were gonna do a random spinny thingy, which we originally did, which would have been great.
Yeah.
I admit it would have been great.
Uh-huh.
But my reasoning is that I said I would have gone for both, the butt or the finger, but I could not go for the butt for this sole reason.
Yeah.
It is completely hidden. Literally no one will ever see it unless they ask to see it.
Yep.
So then everyone in the world will have a go at me, and I know this will happen. They'll all have a go at me saying that, oh, you just got it on a spot that was hidden, and that's a cop-out.
Yeah.
And I said, I will never take a cop-out, ever. Never in my life will I ever have a cop-out.
What about that time you threw away that latte?
That latte? Who are you, French or something? Latte.
It's literally a French word. I said
latte.
What do you call it?
It's a latte.
That's what I said. Latte.
You said it again.
Yeah, it's a French word.
No, but, if you're using, come on.
No, if
latte.
I ordered a latte, I would say, yo, can I get one large latte?
It's not a latte.
I'm not saying large.
It's a latte.
Okay, how do you say cafe?
Cafe.
That's what I said.
No,
I said cafe.
No, say latte.
Latte.
That's better.
Whatever, man. It's potato. Secondly, I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right.
Anyway, that wasn't a cop-out. That was an extremely hard decision, which I had to make. Because I did not want to be sick.
Yes, but you could have just been sick.
I could have died.
You could not.
If I'm extremely allergic to soy, I could have died.
But you're not.
But I don't know that.
If you were extremely allergic to soy, then you would have died after the first sip. Or you would have gone into anaphylactic shock or whatever. You know this. You literally just said you used to have soy milk in all your coffees before that.
No, little bit.
If you were extremely allergic.
Anyway, beside the
point.
I'm getting it on my finger.
Yep.
And we'll be organising it and doing it.
We'll organise it ASAP. I know we wanted it to happen this year before the end of the year.
It could potentially happen.
It could happen, but at least we've made the decision. So we just need to swoop in the booking and get it done. So I'm very excited. You guys should be excited. It's all happening. It's all happening.
I hope you're all happy with our joint final decision.
Don't drag me into this.
No. I didn't want to take the cop out, and you agreed.
No, I appreciated his reasonings.
And also, Grove didn't want to spend more of his own money to get a bigger tattoo.
Yeah, that's why the tramp stamp. The butt one wasn't going to be. It would have been the same size. Yeah, which I can see your understanding why people would think it's a cop out. So it's appreciated. So it'll be on his finger, on his right hand. And he's right hand dominant, so he'll see it every second and every day of his life.
Absolutely. And you know what? I wanted a plain tattoo.
Get absolutely out of here. He keeps saying this, but deep down he knows he just has to say this to get past his own regret.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Now, before we get on to the next huge announcement that has been dragged on for way too long, I am about 3/4 into this drink.
I'm completely finished with mine.
And do you know what I'm going to do right now? Because I'm going to need to take a break to take a dump. I'm going to scull this.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go take a dump.
Okay.
And I'm going to scull it on air.
Okay.
Dear God.
Give you a 3, 2, 1.
This is killing me.
He's really being so dramatic. There's like 3 sips left.
No. There's quite a bit.
It's just, the bottle is so thick, it's deceiving how much liquid is in there.
No. Look.
It's not that much. That's like 2
But
big
it's
gulps.
soy milk, dude.
Soy milk is so much easier
I'm extremely
to digest
allergic.
You are absolutely not. All right, I'm going to count to 3 and then you chug it. Ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1. That was so easy. There was no struggle. It's not that bad.
Oh, that's a straight 4 out of 10, baby.
Okay.
Woo. All right, well, I'm going to take a dump and we'll be back for the next huge announcement. And we are back. And I've got to say, dumping out soy milk is probably one of the best feelings I've ever had.
So you could say the soy milk was good at the end of the day.
Good going out, not coming in.
Good going out because it was an easy release?
No, because It actually was quite an easy release.
Well, there you go.
It came
Soy
straight
milk,
out.
at the end of the day, it's helped him out.
Well, maybe it's good for the digestive system in the end. I don't know. Could be.
Could be.
I don't know.
We don't know. We're not scientists.
Diabetically, I don't know.
Dietly.
All right, well, let's get on to the second and final massive announcement that's been drawn on for way too long. Gaurav, I will let you announce this because I know you're very passionate about this one.
I'm quite passionate. And obviously Chris wasn't. Now, a bit of a backstory. It's just... Chris is the worst person in the world, really.
What?
Chris is the worst guy.
Are you kidding me?
Here I was, instantly taking up this challenge, watching the whole season of Survivor in about, under 2 weeks. And Chris literally takes his
Hang on. Can I just say...
Yeah.
Survivor is such a good show.
Yeah, but
so it's an enjoyable watch.
So is the movie we're about to, talk about. But Lord of the Rings, which you obviously have figured out is what we're talking about, is also very fun to watch. Now, what I'm about to say is shocking to the core of everyone's hearts. Yes, this is the announcement. Christopher Coombs has finally done 1/3 of his challenge agreement and watched the first extended cut Lord of the Rings in 4K. I was there too, and it's impressive. I'm equally shocked, disappointed because he took so long. He literally dragged it out to the last remaining seconds of this year.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I'm glad.
Yep.
I'm glad at the same time.
Now, I sat through... We'll talk about the experience first.
Okay.
So as we mentioned, we did go to our friend Peter's house.
Yep.
We got there, and literally 5 minutes after we got there, the pizza arrived.
Yeah, it was all very well organized.
Yes. Now, as we know, the movie goes for a month. So we had to do a real quick chit-chat, and then we were kind of like, all right, let's eat pizza while we start the movie.
Yeah, we had to get straight into it.
Yep.
Because technical running time is 3 hours, 48 minutes long.
Yeah, that's right. Now, it did go for about, I think, 3 hours 20 minus the credits, something like that.
Credits for about 25 plus minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty crazy. So we started eating the pizza, and that was great. Then next came professionally made popcorn.
That's true.
All right. Next came soft drink.
That's true.
In like the coloured striped plastic cup or paper cups.
It was a full-bodied experience.
That you would have at a cinema.
Yep.
Next came a full-blown, large, extra large chalk top.
Yep. It was a full-blown experience.
It was literally like the movies, but better.
And what better movie to have that experience with than one of the greatest films of all time?
Well, that's where it all changes.
Get absolutely out of here. Obviously, I've talked to Chris about the movie straight away because I was excited to hear. So, Chris, what are your honest thoughts of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring extended cut?
Yep. Now, I did tell you this off air. My initial reaction is, surprisingly, it was better than I expected.
I want to add in just on that note, Chris literally expected. He literally expected. And when I say literally, I mean literally. He literally thought it was going to be 4 hours of two hobbits walking. He literally thought that the whole... When the prologue happened of that massive war and stuff back in the days, Chris is like, this is not... I don't remember... I just remember them walking. They only start walking like 2 hours into the movie.
Well, that's the thing is, as we've spoken before, I have watched the first half an hour before, and I fell asleep and then never watched it again. Now, surprisingly, yeah, there wasn't walking at the start, and there was all this stuff happening, and I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, holy crap, there's things happening.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I guess they finally started walking, and then I was like, there it is. And that's where it started getting interesting. But yeah, no, surprisingly, there was a lot of walking, but there was also a lot of, action and things that happen, and there was a bit of a story to it.
It's all story.
Now, can I just say, and this is a spoiler alert.
Okay.
So if you haven't watched Lord of the Rings,
The Fellowship of the Ring,
which, I don't blame you, but if you haven't watched it and you're planning on watching it, probably skip 2 minutes from now. So I am absolutely shocked that Gandalf and the other dude
yep,
dies.
Boromir? You mean Boromir?
The guy that, you shall not, that guy?
That's Gandalf.
Oh, no, not that guy. The meme?
One does not simply walk into...
One does not simply blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That guy. So that guy and
Boromir.
Gandalf actually die.
Yeah.
And when that happened, my first initial thought was, it can't be. Like, there's 2 more movies.
Chris was
There's
shocked
just no way.
to the core.
They're the main characters.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, I said it again. And I said, guys, don't say anything because they may come back to life. I don't know how this works. It's magical.
It is a magical world. But he kept saying that, and while this whole emotional scene is happening, Chris is like, it can't be real. It can't be. And we're like, brother, look how sad this scene is. Everyone's crying.
Nah, it can't be. But
he's
Gandalf's such a well-known character.
Because in such a short time, you have seen so much of him. Like, you love him from the get-go.
Yeah, but it can't be. I still have to watch the other 2, so no spoilers.
He's got to watch the other 2, but man, it is what it is, man. Gandalf the Grey is dead.
Well, yeah, he's still not as good as Dumbledore. No way.
Dumbledore's 100% based off Gandalf.
No way.
What do you mean? They literally look the same.
Yeah, but Gandalf is barely there. Dumbledore is a long-term character.
Fun fact, actually, the actor who played Gandalf was offered the role of Dumbledore.
And what did he say?
He turned it down.
What?
Yeah.
He would have made billions.
Yeah, but he's already like one of the greatest actors of all time.
What?
Sir Ian McKellen.
One of the greatest actors of all time.
Come on, man.
He played one role.
What? Are you serious? Coming from the guy who doesn't like movies, he is saying he's played one role. Okay, continue with your... This is your review. This
Dude,
is not...
he's no Leonardo DiCaprio, the GOAT of acting.
Dude, you've got to...
Leonardo DiCaprio is the GOAT. I don't want to hear anything else.
Okay, whatever. Okay, it's fine. Each to their own. But continue with your review.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, look, at the end of the day, he liked it.
Now, they did ask me for a rating out of 10.
Yeah.
And I had a rating in my head. Okay, look, I'm honest, okay?
Yeah.
Look, it's not exactly my type of movie.
No, yes.
There was aspects of it that, I did enjoy.
Yeah.
But it's not my type of movie. But at the same time, I'm not going to say, it was a 2 out of 10 because I didn't like it. Like, I can appreciate and understand a good movie when I see it.
Yeah.
So I'll give an honest opinion, which I already had in my head. But before I gave the opinion, I wanted to check IMDb. Now, a lot of people say IMDb's rubbish because it's random people. But at the end of the day, random people are the average, if you think about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If a million random people put a vote for a movie, well, that's the average of how good the movie is. Because you're making a movie for random people to watch.
Yeah. Exactly.
So if people say IMDb is trash, well, it's not. It's not.
Okay, yeah. No.
Because people like Rotten Tomatoes because it's like professional movie critics.
Yeah.
But they're not. It's not only professional movie critics that are watching the movie.
No, exactly. Dude,
it's everyone in the world watching the movie.
I couldn't care less about critics because a critic might hate a movie, but it could be a great movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And more likely they would.
100%. Yeah.
So I actually think IMDb is actually a better, for the average person.
Yeah.
It's more of an indication of what the movie is.
Okay.
Anyway, so I looked at IMDb and it was 8.8 out of 10.
I am shocked it's that low.
What would you give it?
I'd give it a 9.5.
No movie's ever got that high.
Dude, 100% movies have got that high.
Nah.
What is that movie that it started off getting a 10 out of 10 and then it's probably at a 9 point something at the moment?
Despicable Me?
What? Absolute nonsense.
No, Fantastic Four, sorry.
My lord. Okay, no. Honestly, I will give it a 9 out of 10.
A straight 9 out of 10.
A straight 9, a flush 9.
Okay.
Which is pretty much 8.8 round.
I can't give it that high.
Okay, what did you give it after looking at 8.8? What did you give it?
Honestly gave it an 8 out of 10.
That's very fair.
I think that's fair. Man, to give it 9 out of 10, it has to be almost... Because when you actually look at movie reviews, you can't just willingly go 9 out of 10 because it was really good.
No.
Like, you can't.
My reasoning is, yes, it was a long movie, but it wasn't unnecessarily long. They're just trying to give you all the information.
It was unnecessarily long.
They're based on fat books. So people who love the books, who is a huge
and
population.
that's just a whole nother story of people that read books and then watch the movie and say,
Yeah,
"Oh, the movie
yeah.
sucks," and it's
And
like,
you can't.
come
you
on,
can't.
man.
They're two different things.
you can't put a 1,000-word book into a 3-hour movie.
More than 1,000. Like
Yeah, thousands. You can't.
1,000. Yeah, exactly. But what I mean is,
But also, who the hell writes a book that long?
you know what? Okay, there's 3 books, so when they're all 3 together, it's pretty long. But the books itself, it's not that long.
But who writes a book that long? Like, think about it. If you write a book that long, that must take like, I don't know, maybe years to write it, let's say.
100%.
And then those years that you're writing it, you don't know whether it's going to be a big hit or not.
It's true.
So it could be literally a waste of years.
It's true, man. It's so true.
Man,
Think
people
of Harry
take a
Potter,
risk,
bro.
eh?
If Harry Potter was one big book, it would be a fat book. All 7
The
books.
Harry Potter books are fat as it is.
Yeah. From 5, 6, 7, they're all so thick. So, I mean, yeah. So, look, we did say maybe like if you hadn't seen the original cut, which is about, I don't know, half an hour shorter, like
I feel like I wouldn't know the difference.
you might not know the difference, but it's like we threw you straight into the deep end with the extended cut.
Yeah, and I wanted to do that as well.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, if I'm going to do it,
Got to do it properly.
Yeah, you gotta do it properly.
But then what we were saying is extended cut are made for like people who have seen the original and they're like, oh, we love it so much, we want more. So then they've released the extended cut, which is so much more joyful, you know?
well, look, I got to say to Peter as well,
Yep.
the cinema experience made it easier to watch.
100%, yeah.
Like, I don't think I could have gone to the cinema and sat there for 3.5 hours watching it.
Yeah.
I would have been like, no, my God, I can't do this.
Yeah.
But because it was more of a homely cinema experience.
Yep.
And, you know, you could kind of talk as it's happening and
Yep.
stuff like that. It did make it more enjoyable.
Yep.
So that added to it. Maybe if I watched it at the cinema, I might have given it a 7 out of 10. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
You don't know, exactly.
Because I just remember the experience being overall an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. No, it's good. And I'm glad. And I knew he liked it because when the movie ended, Chris, in complete shock, was like, what? Is that it? But what are they going to do?
Oh, and that's also, I forgot to add that to my review. The ending was absolutely stupid.
It's not. There's 3 books.
No, because normally in a sequel, like it will end with something's about to happen.
Yeah.
But like something big will happen and then it will be like, it'll just kind of like end and then you're like waiting for the next thing to happen. Whereas like the last 10 minutes of the movie, nothing happened.
Whoa.
And then it led up to you're waiting still for nothing.
No. Something.
Like you know something's going to happen, but that last
Something
10
did
minutes,
happen.
nothing happened.
It was like a major thing that happened.
No. Not in the last 10 minutes. That was like half an hour before the end.
Nah. Okay. Look. You get
what I'm saying.
You gotta watch. Just watch the rest. We're not gonna wait too long.
Yeah,
because we don't want you to
I'll
forget.
do one per year.
Get absolutely out of here. No. Maybe, hopefully, let's see in the next week or 2, we can squeeze in number 2 at least, and then number 3.
Yep.
So we'll get it all done for you, and I'm glad you finally watched number 1.
Yeah, and the other thing was a lot of people compare it to Harry Potter, and I can't say so far. I can't say it's better than Harry Potter.
No,
I would still say Harry Potter's got the better overall storyline.
Yeah, I still say
and feel to it.
They're very different. Like I said to you in the car, you can almost show Harry Potter to anyone, but you couldn't show Lord of the Rings to everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that could potentially be a downfall to Lord of the Rings.
Not necessarily.
Could be.
Could be, not necessarily. But you know what? I'm glad you watched it. We'll squeeze in the other 2, and you know what? I think that does us for this episode.
Yes, so once again, thank you all for tuning in to this. We got there. We got there with these 2 things.
It was essentially a wrap-up of the year.
It's a great wrap-up. This was an enjoyable episode. I don't know if people listening will even enjoy it, but I had fun with this episode.
Oh, yes, as we always do. So,
And to be honest, that's all that matters.
that's all that matters.
Kidding.
What rises and sets is your happiness.
Well, that's also true.
Yeah.
That's also another thing you can guarantee because you're not always going to be sad. You're not always going to be happy.
But it is what it is.
Here's what it is. Anyway, so thank you all once again for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next episode.
Goodbye. Well, thank you for your honesty.
Actually, we talked about Lord of the Rings last week as well.
Well, there's a spoiler. That's the.
We can cut. Let's cut that out.
Yeah.
Cut it.
It's cut. It's
We'll
cut.
put this in the bloopers.
Yeah.
Cut this.
Cut that.
I'm peeking, bro. Turn me down a bit. Yo. Oh, you are absolutely kidding me. You are absolutely kidding me. You are good.